music. Boy, very interesting. When you think about rap music, there's a lot of things that are said in rap music. Now, the history of rap goes kind of way back there, if you will. And I've been a journalist for nearly 40 years. I was covering news back in the 80s and 90s. And I remember when the late Reverend Jesse Jackson ran for President of the United States. And who was it that offered him money and office supplies, just offices, several floors of Trump Tower? It was current President Donald John Trump.
I now want to bring forth a friend who has, he is deceptive in that his social style is of such. One can miss his seriousness, and his commitment for their success is beyond argument. When we opened this Wall Street project and we talked about it, he gave us space at 40 Wall Street, which was to make a statement about our having a presence there. Beyond that, in terms of reaching out and being inclusive, he's done that too. And created for many people a comfort zone when I ran for the presidency in 84 and 88. And many others thought it was either laughable or something to avoid. He came to our business meeting here in New York because he has this sense of the curious and a will to risk to make things better. And so aside from all of his style and his pizzazz, he's a serious person who is an effective builder of building with a builder of people. Last year, he was a part of our workshop, of our panel workshop on what are the challenges and opportunities. And so a year later, Donald Trump, for a few minutes, challenges and opportunities to embrace the underserved communities. Donald Trump.
Well, it is an honor to be here, and I was with Jesse last year, and we had a lot of fun, and it was a little different. Jesse started off by saying, most of the wealth in this country is in the hands of a few. And I thought to myself, is that a bad thing? He had an expression last year, the wall on wall must fall. And you haven't used it today, and I'm very disappointed in this, Jesse, because I thought it was a great expression. And I heard the expression about 14 times, and then he came to me at the end of the session, and he said, listen, I want some office space in your building on Wall Street, because the wall on wall will fall. And I said, it's okay, Jesse, I'll make a good deal with you. I'll get you some space. You'll pay about $40 a foot. And he said, no, I don't want to pay 40. I said, how about 30? No. It was the cheapest deal I ever made in the history of 40 Wall Street. Is that right? He got it for nothing. He's a very tough negotiator. We know that, right? I'm building a job on the West Side, which is the largest job ever approved by the New York City Planning Commission. You see it going up along the West Side Highway. It's almost 10 million square feet. It's 18 buildings, and it's really going to be something. I will tell you, a large percentage of the people, and especially in construction, that are building these great jobs are black and minorities, and I'm very proud of it. We have close to 25%, and I think the number's going up, and they do a great job. There are no better builders than we have in New York, and a big percentage of that is black and minority folks. So I just want to thank everybody in the room for being here. I look forward to some questions. And then I don't know how we're ever going to leave this building today, because if you look outside, it is terrible.
He was not president of the United States at that given time. In the 80s and 90s, he pretty much was hanging out, boxing people like Don King, hanging out with Mike Tyson. Trump was just being what you call a billionaire white brother there in New York. Now, you'd have to actually be in New York to understand that. I've talked to people who say that they would see Trump all over the community. I had even heard at one time that Mr. Trump, when he was single, may have even dated a black woman. Now, in light of all of this stuff that's come out of the Epstein files, it makes you wonder, well, who really is Donald John Trump? But when it comes down to rap music and people really respecting Trump, his money, his power was something that young rappers really did acknowledge.
twice. I did a concert in the White House, and after that, me and Donald Trump hung out.
I gotta say what's up to Digital Underground and Humpty Hump, cause he making more than Donald Trump.
People's going off like Don Trump gets checks.
I got spunk, I'm well known like Donald Trump.
Pick me up and lick me up just to get a bump. Forget Black Caesar, brothers call me Black Trump.
Put my cash in my pockets, the Donald Trump.
Soon to be paid like Donald Trump.
But yo, guess who's the Black Trump?
You can boom so I can jump to the sounds I pump, but I ain't quitting till I'm shitting on Donald Trump.
Got a business mind, so if I lose the funk, I'll still be in the house getting paid like Trump.
New Trump, brand new funk. Keep a pocket full of California skunk.
The 95 shit gon' always bump. The 96 we gon' flip the script and break them off some new Trump.
Got the room stuck, I smoke and make dope like Trump.
Now I ain't talking about no bullshit ass flipping Z's. I'm talking Trump type access. They coming off a gang of keys.
Trump change? Trump change. Nah, Trump change. Rather not Trump change. Trump change. I'm talking Donald Trump change. I'm talking Steve Wynn. I'm talking, Trump change. I'm just trying to get rich like Trump.
In hot pursuit of Donald Trump rap loop.
Niggas always expect to see us two together stable. The best couple they seen since Trump and Marla Mabel.
The new Don Trump is Bill Gates. Not because his occupation, it's cause we respect his cake.
Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me in now. Bring your ass over the hump. We tryna get money so we can be living like Trump. We can talk Trump talk, real estate, stocks and bonds.
I buy cars with straight cash, have meetings with Donald Trump.
Magnus, alcoholic freaks, the remedy. I'm the young Donald Trump.
And we welcome you back to FFT World TV and GFN Soul NYC FM. I'm Robert Ashley, and once again we thank you for being with us here on the Robert Ashley Report, where we do news and commentary, just reflecting on our current president, Donald John Trump. Why did more black people vote for him this time around? Because some people know his history. Many of you have said that this president is a racist, and he's this, he's that. But if you don't know Donald John Trump. Look at Nicki Minaj, has been working along with the president regarding those Trump accounts, where if your child is born, they set aside $1,000. When that child becomes 18 years old, that could be $100,000. You just never know. Has any Democrat ever done that for the African American community or any community at all? And this is no diss to you Democrats. I'm just saying, well, come up with a program that can be equivalent to the Trump accounts. But when you see these rappers thinking about Donald Trump back in the 80s and 90s and respecting him to a certain extent, you've got to realize that this is not what you would call the average white boy. Now, you've heard of the average white band. I think that was the name of the band, the average white band. Donald Trump may not be the average white man, but either way it goes, he's still our president, and we want to continue to thank him for what he's done. Now, for those of you who said this man is a racist, I'll never be able to work with him, we understand that. We understand that. And I can understand the pain that you're still feeling as a result of all the racism that we have faced in this country. I can remember as a little boy going to work with my late father. We used to have to go to the back of the Burger King in order to get served. It's like every Thursday when my father would allow me to go to work with him during the summer months. But I clearly remember walking in the back of that Burger King restaurant, well, they had all the black folks working back there. They spoke to my dad. They knew him really well. And you would peek through the front area, all white folks out there. So I understand your pain. But the thing about it is, how long will you be the victim? No one can make you feel inferior without your own consent. Stop the consenting to feeling inferior regardless of how God made you. Well, once again, you've been watching FFT World TV and GFN Soul NYC FM and Real Life TV Now, formerly one of our shows there. But keep in mind, on our Amazon Fire TV channel, as well as our Roku channel, you can get both of our radio stations live there, if you will. You can get GFN Soul NYC and listen to the best in throwback music, and also our gospel component. Once again, that's FFT World TV, and that's on our Amazon Fire TV and our Roku channels. Well, on behalf of FFT World TV and GFN Soul NYC FM, I'm Robert Ashley.